And that was my next thing. If she did not blow them up, do you think they were heading into an orgy?
What the fuck? No.
No, bro. I think that was gonna be.
This has been the episode of
I think it was gonna be. I think it was about to be some clicker orgy going on, bro.
This is
You
what
don't
happens
even
when
know.
Abby shows up every time. Every time.
I had my lotion and my socks ready at that point. I was like, "Let's go, motherfucker!"
Welcome back to A.S.M Sekai, where three weebs come together and discuss all things anime, shows, and movies. And I'm your host, Suhi. And as always, joined here by Moto and Amy, our other two co-hosts. And today we have a very special guest, Minyo, returning again. This time we're going to be discussing The Last of Us. We're going to be diving deep into this topic, review the latest episode, talk about everything from A to Z when it comes to this, get a gamer's perspective as well as a weeb that is joining the mainstream like Moto is. We're passionate about this show. We know we grab your snacks, get ready, settle in, join us on this lively conversation we're about to have. We guaranteed you're going to enjoy it. So thank you, like and subscribe, and here we go. Hey, Minio, how are you?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll try and work out the kinks on this thing.
It's good, man.
What's up, Minio? Welcome back, man.
Thank you for having me back.
Yo, there's a lot of funny stories. I've been randomly reaching, talking to people, bartending a
Yeah?
cafe. It's like,
About what?
yeah, like telling. Yesterday I was at a cocktail bar, right? It's like it's considered top 10 worldwide, and this guy's wearing a One Piece pin. It's like, yo, what's up, man? You like One Piece? And then I gave him my number.
Yeah.
And then the A.S.M Sekai information is like,
Yeah.
yo, whenever you guys want to come talk. And Minio's one of those people.
He probably thinks you're trying to get with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
And, and that's why you didn't get that call today. I don't want to judge a man that hasn't seen One Piece, because I'm just saying.
I watched it.
You watched it
Yeah.
to what point?
So the most recent one on Crunchyroll.
So how do you skip?
2020
You-
something?
Then how do you skip arcs? You can't skip arcs.
So
What kind of shit is this?
That's like trying to know the story without knowing the story.
That's like
We'll have
I'm
glad to hear yourself,
we'll have
man.
a
Let me see
One
what they're
Piece
up to now.
discussion, and we'll talk to Minio about it later. But we're jumping off topic. We should go straight into Last of Us. With the first topic, I'll start it off with the first question. Minio and everybody in here, how do you feel overall about the adaptation of the Last of Us game versus the series? So Minio, you start off.
It's pretty good. I really, really enjoy it. They added like a few things to it, which actually kind of worked. The last episode, not a lot of people liked it. Episode 7, not a lot of people liked it, but it was alright. It was like a little backstory. It's like a little, I want to say filler episode. It is not crucial, but it is just lore, which is pretty nice. They changed a few things around, but it's very nice. It's so far so good.
For some reason, I don't
Really?
feel like episode 7 was a filler compared to how Bill and Frank was.
Yeah, so I think they tried to remake Bill and Frank relationship as Ellie and the other one, but
ready.
their kids is not going to be as violent as Bill and Frank's. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Okay, and have you caught up to the recent episode?
Yeah.
Okay, and
Hell
I mean the recent episode. Overall, what do you like when you? Okay, for me, the biggest complaint, and since we're asking this the first question, the biggest complaint for me is, I feel they left out the fear factor this game actually presents. Especially when we were actually playing the game, there was a lot of more fear in terms of running away, being safer, knowing your surroundings and how to adapt to it. And plus, there's a very key moment in the game. It's called the ambush that they do not have in this story. And I feel I feel because they introduced Bill and Frank, they missed out on this such an epic Joel arc that we could have possibly seen that Motor got to miss out on.
Yeah, I know. The entire time I was talking to him before the episode came out, the Bill and Frank episode came out, I was telling him about the school part, the school episode where the bloater comes out. I was like, oh, that was like that's gonna be one of the best episodes gonna come out and everything, and didn't even show up.
I know.
Like, damn, you know.
So, can I ask you guys a question on that? And actually, it's funny because I was actually posting this on the YouTube. Is that something? Well, we won't get the Bill and Ellie connection there, but do you think something like that could happen in season 2? Now that the numbers are fantastic, right? The money's there. Could they have school-like theme with brothers and whatnot more in the second season? Because we know that the cost of the bloater itself was astronomical, right? But now that we have the historical numbers and viewership with Last of Us, do you think they'll be less concerned to spend the money to make those things come true? I'm asking all three of you.
The second game, it's not really urban based. It's really more out there. It's really more out in the wild. You're hunting down this person that did the deed, and it's more of a vengeance story. Season 2 is. So I don't think you're gonna see bloaters that much.
See, the first
Same thing
game.
like in the show. They don't really show that much action. They don't show that much infected. That's because that was more of gameplay, where they're showing you in the show they're showing you pretty much all the cutscenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I understand that, but also at the same time, you're not really getting the essence of the game that makes it so good. Yes, the story is grand, but it's also the fear factor that we're in this fearful world where you could technically lose your life any moment, and these creatures are not rare to see. They're everywhere. Every left, right turn you make, you're missing Fedra, you're missing the Fireflies, you're missing the people, you're missing so many different organizations that you actually use in the game you battle against that are human, that are your enemies, that the Tommy shooter, there's so many epic moments in that game that you do not see in this show because they made it very, I guess in a sense, hopeful and like a hero-esque way, but at the same time it's missing that fear. You need to see that carnage, that fear that makes your hair in the back of your neck just stand up.
I think you guys are missing the point. The show is only an hour long. You get it?
Agreed. No, agreed.
They're trying to tell the first game, and I don't remember the game because I played it a
15
long,
hours.
long time ago.
15 hours total.
Right? I played. I always replay the games, so it's been a minute for me. These kind of games I always replay. It's been a minute. I remember a few scenes that happened where his daughter dies and all those things, but the school scene I don't remember. But
What?
like I said, I played every game Last of Us that came out, but I keep thinking episode 3. You guys are talking about
Bill and Frank.
the homosexual episode that people were hating on, right?
That never existed.
I
in the
actually,
game.
I love that episode. I think it was needed.
I don't.
You
Think, I don't
cannot
hate the
have.
episode. It's not about that. It's because you gave that episode. I think you missed out on such a better or grander episode. That's my complaint.
I don't think so. I think that episode was needed to tone it down. You cannot have a show without any ups and downs. You cannot have a show that's always going up.
It's
But
you
the
can't
show's
have
not
just
about up.
action.
This show's never about up. That's the beauty of this game. This game is always about being down and trying to find up.
Well, the game was always crazy, man. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
It's always,
Exactly.
It was
The
always
game
people
was
dying.
Always
So
crazy. And we don't
you
see that
you
fear.
have to. Yeah, but you have to remember you're getting an hour. I believe the first season is going to be about
9
the first
episodes.
game's storytelling.
Yeah.
Right?
My
How do you
complaint is
crunch
it
it?
should have been 12 episodes. My complaint is since the game is 15 hours originally, because the second game is 25 hours, the first one is 15. Yo, make it 12. Cut 3 hours out. Cut the whole, finding materials to make, the weapons and stuff, because we're supposed to know that how rare finding bullets is in this game, how rare is finding medicine is in this game. Like, there's so many moments, like, it makes you really take this game as such a precious thing to survive in this world, knowing there's barely any food. That's why the last episode, David and the Carnival, was such so impactful, and I think it could have been even grander if we already felt it throughout the journey, going like, "Yo, everybody is starving this way. Everybody is scared." And then you see David and the cannibal. Some people will be like, "Yo, it's understandable because a human greed nature would lead to this direction." But because it's missing that fear element that the game presents, I think it's like it didn't capture the show as it should have. So my complaint is they're missing like 3 extra key episodes they could have made.
I feel completely opposite. I've seen every episode of Walking Dead, and I compare it to and I love my zombie shows, the
Yeah.
World War Z zombies and these kind of things, right? I think this is world building at this point. First season's gonna be slow. Second season they're gonna pick it up, and third season's gonna be, balls deep. They're going into
You think
every
there'll be a
every
third season?
direction. Of course, the show is
Yeah.
making money. Why won't there be? I mean, think about it. They're
Why
already
third
changed.
season though?
Yeah, I think there's going to be 3 seasons because the second season won't finish part 2. I think it's already hinted. It's not
I think it's
confirmed,
gonna
but
be
it's going to
four
be.
I agree.
seasons.
Yeah,
I think they will
yeah,
have four
it-
seasons altogether.
See,
Yeah, I asked-
I'll be a happy camper if they use the beginning of the second season as the missing parts between part 1, Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2, that 4-year gap that we have no idea about. If they give us like 5 episodes in the middle for season 2, I'm happy because I have no idea what the hell's happened in that 4 years.
No idea.
Yo, I think I hope what you said today, Moto, in the chat is not true, because if it is 40 minutes,
It is true. It is true.
the last episode's
which
40 minutes.
which is 46 minutes. It's
I
been
will
reported.
I will take 46 minutes of extreme action. I don't care. Give me a good
I
story.
take-
I'll take
Take
it.
90 minutes of extreme action, and
Yeah,
I'm telling you
listen.
this. So now this is what I'm saying though. What I'm trying to kind of point out. I feel like the funding, like season 1, just can't get enough funding that the later season can.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
season 1 got 6 million per episode, and then by season 8 they were getting almost 20 million, or actually budgetless.
You
And
testing
then
the water, I
House of
agree.
Dragon. Yeah, and House of Dragon started out like 20 million per episode. I think with the viewership they got,
Yeah.
the popularity they got, the next season, I think you'll see a lot more Infected, the Bloaters, the one after that. Like I think we'll see a lot more. That's my theory, not theory. That's my guess. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some of the things that you said that we didn't see, I do you think that they could mimic, maybe not exact copy of it, but I'm guessing we could see that in season 2 is what I'm
No.
hoping.
No, you won't.
You don't
There's
think so?
so much. There's so much to tell. Like Last of Us has so much going on with the addition of the last game. If they're trying to pull out 4 seasons out of this, you need more time, man.
But the reason why I don't think it'll make sense is because each of the storytelling was a time and a place, and that the characters that were in it
Yeah.
were a certain, emotional wavelength that they aren't towards the end of the game or even towards part 2. So it's just, I don't know how you grab that magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
it's gonna it's gonna be hard, right? Like because you can't repeat the same story over and over, right? So it is interesting. That's probably why the spoiler part happened, but I won't go there. So what do you guys think of Pedro and Bella in terms of?
She's getting an Oscar
Their
for,
part-
oh, not the Oscar, she's getting an Emmy for what she did in last episode.
You
I
think
mean,
so?
what did she do? She killed somebody. Like, all right, why is she getting an Emmy?
Her whole acting, the whole entire episode, the way she was scavenging for the medicine, how she was fighting all the cannibals.
Oh, you're talking about the end scene?
I'm talking in general, overall. From
In
it was a
general,
whole
like,
bloody episode.
Why is she getting an Emmy? I don't get it. Why? All she did was try to find the medicine. That's it.
No, her acting, being traumatized, being beat up, being
Yeah, that
acting like a tough person,
The-
breaking the
last
fingers,
part was
stabbing
good.
the dude. Like everything else, like she.
You guys are like too lenient on this, man. Like,
I
have you
mean-
seen Maggie the movie?
I feel like I have. I don't remember.
Maggie is with Chloe.
Oh yeah,
from
the one
Kick-Ass.
on Hulu. Yeah, the one in Hulu. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, that's acting. I mean,
But she,
was good.
She's a good actress. But I
yeah,
mean,
but I don't think it's Emmy worthy. I think, I don't think so. The show is popular, so she might win it. I think, but I don't think it's Emmy worthy.
But I mean, she's not going to get an Emmy just for one episode. It most likely will be throughout the whole series, and she's done an
Yeah.
excellent job. I mean,
Did you know they didn't let her watch they didn't let her play the game before
Yeah,
she
she's playing. Yeah, she's playing it right now.
yeah, they didn't let her play.
she-
They didn't
yeah.
want her
Yeah.
acting a certain way. They didn't want her picking up hints from the game. So they told her not to play the game before acting it out.
and she's killing it. Oh
She's
man,
killing it.
I think
I'll
she's
give you that.
killing it. Yeah,
you
I
know,
think she's killing it.
you know, Moto, I'd be sending you those clips by side game and the episode relations,
Yeah.
right? How similar. It's like even how she captures her expressions are great.
Direction, man. It's the direction.
True. That is
She has a great cast. She's a good actor. So it's everything plays a role. But she has no idea what happens in the game either. They didn't want to spoil the ending. They told her to stay away from every social media, any leaks, anything about the game. Yeah, she doesn't know. Hopefully, they want to capture that emotion, raw emotion when
Yeah.
But I feel like
The-
they really missed out on savage, ruthless Joel.
we might get that.
I feel
So
like
yeah, I got a little bit of that. I was so happy. That was my highlight of that episode. Was because I think it's been hinted at the whole series. So I was like, hurry up, let me see this shit. And the best part, the acting was Pedro was amazing. Was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. What?
Yeah, he's
I believe him.
badass. Yeah, he's
Man,
badass.
that shit. I was like watching, how do you even practice that kind of acting? Like, oh yeah, it's okay. I believe him. Like the way he acted that spot, I was like, yo, that was fucking amazing.
That was good.
I loved it.
that dude
That was
can
good.
act. He is like the father figure of every single franchise.
Mr.
Right now, yeah.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, which I have not watched yet. Shit.
The new season, neither have I, but we
Only
deviate.
One episode came out, and it was
Two,
nothing special.
two episodes.
Whatever.
We deviate.
Dos.
I know we keep going on tangent, but I know you have a couple of more questions, right?
Yeah, Moto, go ahead.
Oh, we got a bunch of questions. No, we got a bunch of.
Alright.
No, Minia, what's your thought on the two main actors so
Doing a
far?
very good job. I'm just wondering, where was the part where she put her blood in, Sam's leg? How's that going to play into the ending? Because she never did that before in the game. So maybe she's
Blood
going to
and
get a hint.
Sam's leg.
Yeah, remember when Sam got infected and she's like, I have the cure in my blood, so she cut her hand and she rubbed it on his leg, hoping that
Oh, the kid.
yeah, Sam, the kid,
Yeah.
hoping that she was able to save him. So, can you rephrase that question, I guess, Minio?
I'm guessing
In a way
I'm
that
wondering-
you won't spoil the end.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
wondering how's that going to play in the end? Because she probably figures that her blood has nothing to do with it. It
Yeah.
didn't help Sam out.
Well,
Dun dun dun. Game one ending.
see, I think wrong too.
We'll see.
It's so hard to talk about this because I know what's gonna happen at the end
Me
of the
too.
game.
Yeah.
Me too.
You know,
Yeah.
so you're like, all right, how do we
46
control?
minutes. 46 minutes. Maybe,
I also know
maybe they forgot
first-
to add a 1 in front of the 46. 1 hour
I
and
was
46
expecting.
minutes.
We talked about this, right? I said it was the finale definitely gonna be 90 minutes. That's what I was saying. I was guessing. I was like, finale is gonna be fucking 90 minutes.
The 46
It's gonna be
minutes, I think,
action
is the-
packed.
Pop
Maybe,
Ellis.
honestly speaking, I think the game was much longer because of the amount of times I died. So maybe that's why I think it was.
Maybe that's what it is.
So I'm saying, the show is based on the cutscenes. It's not really based on any
Yeah.
kind of gameplay.
I mean,
So
also.
So what do you guys think of the pacing, right? So this is a pacing discussion. You guys think the pacing is good?
The pacing is great.
Yeah. I mean, as a viewer, I have nothing to compare. I have enjoyed every single episode.
I have no
would
issues with
say
pacing.
I think 4 and 7 were the weakest. 3 and 5 for me was my favorite, and then 8. And then 1 and 2 are up there as well.
4 was
That's my
4 was before the Kathleen thing.
Kathleen thing, and then you start to see the bonding of Joel and Ellie. I was hoping to see a lot more of that, to be honest with you. But
Because remember,
yeah,
the entire time he was just thinking it as a job. Him,
yeah,
he
cargo.
was trying to deliver
Your
cargo.
cargo. Yeah.
So he,
So
so,
that-
he's a
Baby
professional.
girl. Yeah.
Oh, yo, that line made me tear up. Because I had myself, I thought it was the next episode coming up. Because I felt like there's a line he uses in the next one that's always stuck in my head. So when he said baby girl, I was like, oh, man, I was not prepared. I was not prepared.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. He sealed his own fate with that line. You know, he was like, "Oh crap!" And he
He
already got
did.
emotionally attached. This is not going to end well.
He did.
Oh,
I mean,
as soon as he said that, he's
Do
just
what?
stabbing.
Do we know the title for the next episode or no?
46
short.
minutes.
What is the title? Too short.
short.
We're not talking about moto hair.
no, that's too small.
Same thing, bro. Same thing. Do we know the title? Did they release the title yet?
I don't know.
Uh,
Pain.
I could do a quick check.
Suffering.
Yeah. Check, please. I want to know.
Torture.
We can probably make out what's in the last episode just by seeing the title.
I mean, I can make out pretty much without seeing a title.
No, you don't know. Maybe they just take it in
We're
next
gonna change
season.
some things
How-
at least. We're gonna make something
okay,
different.
okay. No, but I mean, there's no
Remember-
way they're not using the same story we know on this next episode.
Oh no, I'm not saying they won't, but
The
it's
ending?
possible. The ending goes into season 2
I'm okay
because
with
the
that.
ending
I am 100%
the ending
okay
could
with
be
that.
the ending could be a cliff walker where he just walks out, and we don't know what happens after that. After dropping her off.
I'm okay with that. I am completely okay with that. I am fine. Oh, time out. Yeah, I'm fine with that, and I hope that is the ending.
Imagine.
Oh, so the title is "Look for the Light."
Look for the light.
What is she?
Yeah.
Is this a battle sequence in heaven?
Like Firefly? Look for the light? Like Firefly is supposed to light things up? It seems that way.
That's a good way
I
of
think
introducing it.
I think there's a lot of symbolism early on where Ellie was the light. If you remember in the morning, she wakes up to Joel and Tess looking at her at the second episode. There was a lot of symbolism where Ellie was under the light,
Yeah.
and then Joel and Tess was like in the dark. I think that was kind of symbolic of them being in the dark. My guess.
I think light is Firefly because we know where
You
season
think-
1 is heading.
that's
why.
yeah. I think that's
Okay.
another.
I mean, that was the
Comparison?
end goal anyways, because she has to be delivered to the Fireflies.
Because they're looking for the Fireflies,
Yeah.
and we know what happens.
Okay. That's still 46 minutes is way too short for...
All right, let's stop complaining about the
Okay,
episode.
okay,
Let's be
okay.
happy we're getting. Let's be happy we're getting
Okay,
an amazing
so,
show.
Minio, next
This is
question.
good.
What was your favorite moment and or scene of the Last of Us TV series, and why?
In general, like episode
In
wise.
general, one favorite
Ooh.
scene. Everybody, we gotta
You did-
answer it. Everyone, get it.
You put him on the spot. Now the guy's
Fine,
going
so,
first.
fine. I'll go first then. Is it easier if I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Bro, when
Yeah.
the bloater came out,
Shit.
and he
Nah,
started taking
fuck
Superman
nah.
bullets, bro.
Nah.
Oh
Nah,
man,
no.
bro, that was awesome. He fucked that.
Are you talking about the horde fight? The
Yes.
all out.
Yeah.
the World War
yeah,
Z
yeah.
zombies? That shit, I fucking love. That's my favorite scene in World War Z when they had those freak zombies just chasing you. I love that. This
When they
had it.
climbed the wall, when they
That
took
was
the bus down.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, this had it. I loved it because that's what I feel zombies should be. They should be these unbelievable, like no resistance, just like I'm gonna fucking eat you alive kind of things, rushing at you. And when the
No,
bloater came out,
no. Survival rate would be so low. We're all gonna die.
I
If
know,
that
100%.
we need.
If there was
we
a zombie
need Walking
apocalypse,
Dead zombies.
Yeah, just walking. Not a lot of us are fit to run.
Yep, we need Walking Dead zombies, bro. We don't need these motherfuckers.
okay. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We're getting less. If these zombies existed and we were in the Last of Us world, I would not be alive this moment. So letting you guys know.
That's one question that we will have talk about later on. But
Okay.
But that is my
But,
favorite scene. Bloaters and the
but-
horde is my favorite scene. My favorite scene.
by the way, I just want to say, if there is a walking zombies, it would never cause a dystopia. I'm sorry, it just won't.
All in mass
won't
herds,
co-
it might.
Well, I
Mass
mean,
herd won't.
You'll never produce a mass horde. It just won't happen.
It will
There's
happen, bro.
no
I'm
I've seen
not
all
in-
11, 10, 11 episodes of Walking Dead.
Bro, I believe in Florida and bath salt.
That shit was crazy. All right, so Moto, your turn.
No, your turn, man. Go.
I can't think of anything at the moment, bro. Like this.
Yo, you should have the best memory. You binged that shit.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Well, I'll say my favorite part. It's actually I already talked about it. It's Joel's brutal scenes because I was really hoping to see that, and I saw. And he's a badass, man. I loved it. I hope we get more of it. It sounds cruel, but yeah, him stabbing like all that shit, and then again, I still love that line. Yeah, I believe him. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's okay. I believe him. Still one of my favorite lines.
I think the first time they showed the clicker in the was it a museum or
Yeah, the museum
Right?
second episode.
The music, yeah.
because that was my favorite scene because you see the clicker up close and I think that and what was the girl's name? She got bit at that time.
Tess.
Tess.
Yeah.
So I think because Suhail took the horde scene where everyone comes out and goes like
That's
buck
dope.
wild,
I like the second.
that
scene
would have
too.
been that would have been my number one.
You
You
talk about
my
that when
number
the
two.
hive makes out with her and like transfers and then she drops a grenade.
Oh, that shit was fucking nice,
I
yo.
know,
That shit was
so
nice.
That shit was so nice.
I was like, some action, some deep throat action going on and shit. I was happy about that, you know. But they changed that. I don't know if you noticed that that was not in the game.
Yes.
The
They
whole
just wanted to give all the
Yeah.
anime fans some action.
yeah the whole
For the anime fans.
I don't think it was anime, bro. I think it was more like fucking bestiality or some bullshit going on in there. I don't know.
Fungusality.
'Cause she did not even like reject it. She's like, all right, bring it on. At that point, she knew she's fucked. She's like, bring it on.
I think
I'm
they
down.
were trying to show that the hive has the connection and it can basically it was controlling her basically her nerves. She was losing control at that moment, and that's why her body started reacting because it was the fungus reacting, the hive reacting to each other. Even though the making out is
Nah.
unnecessary, they should have made it go
you
through
think
the
she wanted
eyes.
it. She
think
wanted
that
it.
was-
She's gonna.
And that was my next thing. If she did not blow them up, do you think they were heading into an orgy?
What the fuck? No.
No, bro. I think that was gonna be.
This has been the episode of
I
it.
think it was gonna be. I think it was about to be some clicker orgy going on, bro.
This is what happens when anime shows up every time. Every time.
I had my lotion and my socks ready at that point. I was like, "Let's go, motherfucker!" No. Let's take that back. I got family, bro.
So his scene is,
It's not going back. It's gonna be on YouTube. That's the reason we're gonna get more viewership. Thank you very much.
let's
Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
hashtag
All right,
porno.
okay.
I go Moto.
I already gave mine. It's Minio's
You
turn.
did. You did. It's your
Yeah.
turn.
I guess mine would be what happened last episode. You know where pretty much got on top of Ellie and tried to kill her. You
Kill
saw
her.
the fear in her eyes. You
He was
saw
trying to rape her.
it
He was
wasn't-
trying to rape her.
It was trying to rape her, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you saw the fear in her eyes. Because Joel warned her about this as well. They're not gonna just straight up kill you. They're gonna do more things to you.
They're gonna do more things. You're right.
Yeah, and she realized that at that point that he is right, and that she needs to be very careful of who she talks to and who she surrounded with. I mean, in general, I hate religious people for that reason.
Hey,
they're
right
very,
on,
very
brother. Right
scary.
on.
I completely agree. The cult.
Right
They're
on.
very scary, and pretty much had like this. I want to say God complex, but he was just
He had
shepherd.
that. He was grooming. He was grooming kids, especially when he slapped Hannah.
And I think he had a relationship with her too.
Oh, what do you guys think of that scene?
The craziest part that she was eating her dad, probably, yo.
Yeah.
Not probably. Yeah, she was.
You were eating your dad.
Remember, it's like when they said venison, there was no venison. He brought
mean,
the venison in afterwards.
I mean, I knew it as a gamer. I was like, oh, that's human meat.
I didn't know. I didn't fucking realize until I started like talking to other people. Oh, I was like, oh shit, that's what happened.
I didn't realize until I saw the ear. I didn't realize that they were eating human body parts.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no
But-
idea until
but-
then.
And the scene where they handed her the meat in the kitchen and the lady goes,
What is this?
I think she said
Yeah, what is it?
No, what is this?
What is it?
Vasinia?
Venison.
And no,
No, venison.
Venison,
So the-
venison,
yeah.
I don't know what that
Venison,
means, but I
deer-
was like,
deer meat.
huh.
A deer.
Deer.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
At that point, that's when I started wondering. I'm like, there's something going on.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
In the opening
realistically,
scene alone, they were saying they're running out of meat.
yeah.
Yeah.
But realistically, if you look at
why
any,
would she ask?
yeah, no, but if you look
So
at
I
anything,
got a question. I got a question for you guys before we
Go
continue.
ahead.
Yeah.
In a world, let's say you're dropped into a world like this, right? Is cannibalism okay?